Today we're here with head coach Mitch Hill here at Alabama A&M. Coach, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me here for this interview. Next week is a big, exciting week for you. We're getting ready for the SWAC baseball tournament. Coach, when you were named head coach here at Alabama A&M, what were your goals into the season?
Some of our goals was to, qualify for the conference tournament. Also, some of our goals was to, win more ball games than what we won in the past 2 or 3 years here. And that's something that we had a lot of returners, as in Julio Nunez, Jordan Friend, Brandon Crutcher, Manny Laura. Those guys have been those guys that have been here for a few years. That's kind of they've lost a lot of ball games, and so I wanted to create an atmosphere and set some goals for them to really take a hold and really pursue and get that tradition of winning here. And we've won 20 ball games. Probably one of the best seasons that A&M's ever had baseball wise at the Division I level. And so that's a start for us, and I think that's gonna help us in the future with recruiting and building this program and getting it to where it needs to be.
Now, Coach, as you stated earlier, you got 20 wins. That's probably the first in A&M history. But you're also in second place in the Eastern Division. Did you ever think that you would be in second place going into the tournament?
Yeah, looking at things on paper with the recruiting class that we brought in and stuff, I really saw us at, finishing, possibly first, second, or third on our side. It just all depended on, what it come down to of, at weekend, day in and day out, how we competed and how we played. And, we saw ourselves finishing out the season second place in our conference, which is a huge step for Alabama A&M. I think it's the first time, I think it was since they split the division, A&M baseball finished in second place in the conference.
Now, Coach, beginning of the season, you had a lineup kind of set. You had Julio Nunez batting fourth, but you kind of moved him up in first place. What made you think to move Julio up?
The reason why I did that is, we got two big sticks in the middle of our lineup, which is Andrew Utterback and Austin Hulsey. Hulsey hits in the 3 hole and Utterback hits in the 4. And it just works out better for us, at having that big stick as a leadoff guy with Julio, where we put Keontae Welch, Brandon Crutcher, and Jordan Friend down to the bottom lineup for 7, 8, 9. And we get into, the third or fourth inning, and, let's say Jordan Friend and Crutcher and Keontae comes up, they get on base and they kind of set the table for Julio as that leadoff guy coming in to drive in runs.
Okay.
And that lineup has worked out really well for us this year, and we've stuck with that a lot, with Julio being a leadoff guy, and then you got Patrick Dotson or Justin Folger hitting in the 2 hole, and then you got Hulsey and Utterback the 3 and 4. And then we'll have Alan Smith mixing in, Dylan Payne mixing in, Caleb Waddell mixing in the middle of our lineup. Whereas you got Dustin Donani down there on the tail end, which can handle the bat really well in bunt situations, and he's a gap to gap power guy. Also, you got Jordan Friend that can hit for power in the bottom of our lineup. So that lineup's really worked out well for us. So we've kind of stuck with it.
Now, pitching-wise, Coach, Tuesday was your last game. You got a chance to rest the pitchers. How do you feel with your pitchers going into the tournament?
I feel pretty confident. Early on it was a tough loss for us losing Josh Freeman. He was one of our better arms, but he had a slight tear in his UCL, so hopefully we'll have him back next year. We definitely have missed Josh Freeman this year, but we've had a couple guys step up and help us along the way to finish out the season to secure that second place spot. And I'm looking at possibly either starting Ryan Aarons or Devin Smith game 1 of the tournament Wednesday, and whichever one doesn't throw game 1, they will throw game 2. Both of those guys have they've come a long way. Especially Ryan Aarons. He's gotten more confidence about himself. He was a little shy early on coming in, just kind of shy around the team and kind of learning his teammates. learning me as a coach and learning my coaching staff as coaches. And he's kind of got more comfortable here in the past month down the stretch, and he had a really good performance at Louisiana Tech. Shut Mississippi Valley out 9-0, and he actually threw in a scrimmage today, which he looked really, really well. So he's a guy I think's somebody to watch on the mound while we go to this tournament.
Now, Coach, you're going into the tournament, different atmosphere down there in New Orleans. It's going to be a little humid, a little more warmer down there. What are you going to tell your guys to prepare themselves for the game?
Well, the one good thing about it, the field is turf, so we've played on turf the past couple of years at Troy, so we're kind of used to that. And the main thing is staying hydrated with water. And today, the past week, and preparing to go there, we've practiced midday. We actually had an early morning practice this morning. Found out that we are going to be playing at 9 a.m. Wednesday. So it was good that we had an 8 a.m. practice this morning, kind of getting guys acclimated to the times and how to play, and giving guys ice baths, taking care of their arms, taking care of their bodies, their legs, just trying to get everybody underneath themselves, getting ready to go, so we can perform the best we can at that tournament.
All right, Coach Hill, I want to thank you for taking the opportunity to talk to me about this upcoming tournament. Coach, I want to wish you good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.